Hi, welcome back to the channel. Now a lot of you obviously see my bikes on the YouTube, and one of the questions I'm always getting asked is how do I keep my bikes so clean? Like one guy says you must spend literally hours and hours and hours just cleaning your bikes. Probably do actually. A bit obsessive I could be, I must admit, but there's a reason for it. That's my bullet. Now, it never ever looks any different to what you're seeing now. My Himalayan. Now, this bike, 2 days ago, I was doing some filming in a canyon across the moorlands in Bulgaria. A place called Cameo Poly. You'll see the video when it comes out. And it was all rock and it was pretty rough going for it. Then I went down into the bottom of the canyon where it was really muddy. Yeah, it's been cleaned and this is how it always looks. You know, I've just clocked, what have we clocked on this, actual fact? Don't know if you can see that. Yeah, just short of 12,000 kilometres now, and to me this still looks like new. You know, fork legs, everything, wheels, spokes, the lot. Now like I say, I'm a bit obsessive with them. Oh, I did try my new tyres out this weekend, a couple of days ago. Mint they are actually, mint, really like them. And if you notice on here, I don't know if you can see, the spokes and everything on this still look like new, still shiny as they come out of the showroom. That's because I clean every spoke on the wheels when I clean it. It's like the bullet. I'll start at the front, then work my way through the bike all the way to the back. I even take off panels where I can. Anything that's easy to take off, I'll take off. I even clean the underneath the crankcases, the bottom of the crankcase. It's like if you look at the paintwork on my engine, that's the original. If you look underneath, it still looks the same, even under the sump look. Yeah, I do spend some time cleaning my bikes. But there's a reason for it as well. A, I like my bikes to look top notch. B, one of the reasons I clean every spoke on the bike is it gives you a chance to check it. Now, when I clean the spokes, I also get a screwdriver, check them. Like that. I clean every spoke and check it. That's just checking for tightness. If I find one's got making a dull sound, I'll just twitch it up a little bit. Just keep tension right. It's like I say, I clean every nook and cranny. Gives me a chance to check the wiring's not rubbing on something, or even the back of here. I make sure that any nuts and bolts is not loose. Oh, absolutely everything. The wiring here, all the way front to back. Obviously, you're cleaning around the chain area. I lubricate it then. Check chain tension. You check wheel bearings on the bike. It's cleaning to me is preventive maintenance. I think that's the best way of looking at it. And like I say, I go front to back. Absolutely don't miss anything. And hence, when I go out, I'm pretty confident that I've got nothing waiting to fall off, or there's something cracked that I haven't seen, because I'd have looked. And I'd sooner fix it here in the garage than out on the road. So that's one of the reasons why my bikes always look like they do. Same on the Himalayan. You know, the Himalayan, you see me ride off-road on it. I was off-road, you'll see on the video where I was the other day, it was horrendous for it. Yeah, it still looks like new. Touch wood, I've only fell off the Himalayan once, but it didn't damage it. But that's the reason I clean them. I try not to use a pressure washer. Admittedly, on the Himalayan sometimes it just can't be helped because you're off-road with it. But what I'll do is the suspension linkage in here, down here. Some people never check it. Some people check it once a year, maybe in the winter. I check mine 2 or 3 times a year and re-grease it 2 or 3 times a year, if not more, because I have to use a pressure washer on this bike. And if you blow the grease out or force water into the bearings, they're not going to last 5 minutes. So it's only a quick job. Take them out, re-grease them, put them back in. I haven't had no trouble. Things like side stand switches here. When I've cleaned it, if I've had to wash it, I make sure I squirt WD-40 on everything. It's all still nice, working nice and loose. Any switches, external switches, because they can corrode up and you can be broke down on the side of the road. Now, if the bike just cuts out or starts misfiring and you have to pull up with it, it's where do you start, isn't it? You either call a breakdown wagon or a mate or something, or you're fiddling about on the side of the road, try and find. You've got no idea with electrics. It's not something you can see. So yet again, it's pre-maintenance like. It's just the way I do it. Things like, I'll always take this off when I clean it. I can clean underneath the engine properly, but I can check the sump guard for cracks. Just the way I check it. It's just what I do. I can't say everybody should do it, but it's what I do. Now, I'm not promoting any products for cleaning because nobody sponsors me with nothing. Right. Road bikes, or even the Himalayan, that's what I use. I think I bought this polish when I was in the UK, and I've been here 12 years. I've been back, so I can't exactly remember when I bought it. But it's just it's a good wax polish, spray on. You only use a little bit on a cloth to, do the whole tank sort of thing. So I've had it years and years. It still lasts me. It's one of the ones I found that doesn't smear, goes on easy, comes off easy. I even do bits of chrome with it and what have you. The Ali Solvo Autosolve. Now, I've been using Solvo Autosolve since I was a young lad. Ever since my first bike on the road, I think. It's been about as long as I have, that stuff has, if not longer. Now, I do the Ali on the bike. As you can see, it comes up lovely. What I did when I was stripping this bike down when I first got it, I polished all the casings up because it was pretty stained. It hadn't been looked after properly. And since then, I only do them with a Solvo every now and then. What I clean the Ali with is this. This is kitchen roll. And I just tear a piece off, and I don't put any polish on it. I just rub it with the kitchen roll. Just polish it all, and it keeps it. It doesn't scratch it at all. It's soft enough not to scratch it, but it's actually, I think the fibres actually help clean the Ali. It's like this. This hasn't been cleaned maybe in the last 2 or 3 weeks at least with Solvo Autosolve. This has just been wiped over with this cloth. I don't mean just wipe, I mean like polish with it. But the reason I do that is if you get Solvo on here, it's so easy to get it on the paintwork on the crankcases, and it job to get it out. That's why I only use Solvo when I have to. I just use this kitchen towel here, Works treat, little tip for you. Same on the chrome. If I've got any looks like marks or anything on the chrome, I'll use Solvo on it. I'll polish it off with a soft cloth, then I'll just go over it with this. Same on the forks, the exhaust. This is still original exhaust. This look absolutely mint. Different front pipe, but the silencer is mint. Now, I had one guy, I think he was only joking, but he says, "Your bullet looks fantastic, mate." He says, "I think it's a bit of a garage queen though, isn't it?" Meaning, it spends all its life in here, it never gets ridden. Well, this bike's done on its way up to 19,000 kilometres now. This year, me and Sue did 900 kilometre round trip in Bulgaria with it, 2 up. It's our bike for 2 ups, the one Sue likes, this is. two up. We went up one Sunday. We went out here, and we went up a mountain road, which was a bit rough anyway, but the bullet's strong bike handles it. And then tarmac stopped, and it just turned into, well, it wasn't mud, but it was rough going, gravel, massive potholes. And we got so far, so I thought we might as well just keep going. Handled it no problem at all. No damage on the bike. You know, so I do use it. In actual fact, the Bullet is becoming my go-to bike for nipping down the shop on, or if I want to go to a DIY store, if it's something that I can go pick up and put in my saddlebags. Always keep my open face helmet in the workshop now, and I take this. It's light, steers well, it's very low, easy to get on and off for me. I just like riding it. Saying if we're two up, it's what I take Sue out, it's what we go on. So no, it's not a garage queen. It gets, I would say at the moment, it gets used the most. My Himalayan, obviously I've done long trips on that, clocked quite a bit of mileage this year. It still looks like new. It's the same. Just go through it, clean them. If you're cleaning them, you're checking everything. It's maintenance. It's part of my maintenance, this is. Now, I've seen other YouTubers do cleaning reviews, and I watched one the other week, and the bloke was actually cleaning he was actually cleaning his Interceptor, same as mine. And it was spotless. It's obviously just cleaning it for the YouTube channel, but there's a difference between just washing over them and cleaning them properly. Anyway, I think that's all I'm going to say. I could bore the tears out of here with cleaning. I know a lot of people say bikes are supposed to be ridden, not cleaned. Well, my view is you can do both. I ride my bikes and I clean them. If I'm cleaning them, I'm checking the maintenance. And touch wood, I've not had a breakdown on the road where it's something I should have seen, or suddenly a bolt's fell out. Because if the way I operate, cleaning, checking bolts, then they don't fall out, or nuts fell off something. You know, it happens to me. When I've cleaned it, I found a nut missing off a bolt. And it's just dropped off, especially on Royal Enfields, especially on the Bullet. But you replace it, yeah, you know, you don't keep going until it breaks and lets you down on the side of the road. Anyway, quick look at how I do stuff. So, cleaning's never interesting, but I hope this video was. So, big thumbs up, please subscribe, all comments down below as normal. I'll see you shortly in another video. Cheers.